demonstrate how to use the TI-Nspire to run a one-sample t-test. Well, the first thing I need to do is go to my list and spreadsheets. Now, from here, I'm going to go ahead up to the top of my first column and I'm going to give it a name. Now, the data I'm using is the data I had used in a previous video demonstrating how to use a one-sample t-test, and so I'm going to use that data for this demonstration. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to name it, and in this I'm going to name it coffee. I then go down to the first box and start inputting all the numbers, all the data that I was given in that particular problem. Each time I enter the data, I'm just going to press enter. And then the final number, I'm going to make sure I press enter so that way all the data is read when I go to my calculator. Now from here I'm going to go to the home screen, and now I'm going to open up calculator. I don't want to use the scratchpad to calculate with because if you go to scratchpad and you try to find the data, it's not going to read, so it's better just to go to the calculator. Now here's the button sequence. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press my menu key. From there, I'm going to go to Statistics, and then I'm going to go to Stat Tests. Now with this sample, I'm going to do a t-test. So I go to t-test, and the method I'm using is data. It's already here, so I just go ahead and press OK. Now, based on the last problem, my HO was 10. So I'm going to type 10. For the next portion where it says list, that's where I'm going to put the name of the list, which is coffee there. And then my alternative hypothesis, and from the previous one I was checking to see if the coffee machine was shortchanging me, so I'm going to use my HA where mu is less than H sub O. Now once I've done this, I'm going to press OK, and now all the data shows up. Here's my t-value of -3.49. There's the p-value, 0.001225. It also gives me my degrees of freedom, my mean, my sample standard deviation, and my sample size. These were the values that I used in my key information, and the t-value and the p-value was what I used when I did my calculations. Now you want to be sure that you actually show the formula that you're using when you do your test on an AP exam. But beyond that, to get your p-value, you can use the calculator. And so this is how we use the Nspire to run a one-sample t-test.